Rabbi.
Well, hello.
We're back, Rabbi, after a break.
Yes.
It's very exciting. I know people have been asking. They're like, oh my gosh, when are you doing it again? We need more questions.
Well, we're so happy that we got so many questions. We have a lot of questions from people, so we're really excited.
All right, let's dig in.
Okay. Aleeza, this one is for you, actually.
Ooh.
Dear Aleeza, as a dating coach, you have a wealth of knowledge about creating the right impression. I'm curious about your perspective on dressing for dates. How important do you think attire is on setting a tone for a first date? I usually dress to impress, but it's not my regular style. Could you share some tips on choosing an outfit that strikes a balance between personal style and making a positive impression?
Okay, so Rabbi, if you're only listening to this, but people are not actually watching this, what you don't know is that I have on what I like to call like my butterfly glasses because I feel like a butterfly when I wear them. They're blue and they look like butterfly wings on my face. And I have this big colorful head wrap on my head and a colorful outfit today. And I happen to be a very colorful human with a big personality. But if I showed up to a first date like this, I don't think my husband would have given me a second date. I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. Now, what you need to know about me, I have this fun, colorful, creative, playful side of me, right? I also can take off my glasses and then I wear contacts. I also, now I have a head wrap, but I often will just wear one of my wigs because that, has like a more normal standard look that's just more comfortable for people to see. So attire, dress, it actually makes a huge difference. Like I'm putting these glasses back on. I just took them off, but like, can you take me seriously when I wear these?
No, I can't. I can't.
Right? My husband can't. He's like, I just don't ask me. Don't ask me. Like, I'm like, I can't be like, what do you think, sweetheart? And he'll be like, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Right? It's too much. So, but I wear them because every time I look in the mirror, I laugh and I smile. I happen to see great out of them. I never liked a large lens and now I actually like a large lens and it just makes me happy. It's something different. It's unique. And in Pardes Chana, anything flies. So like I totally fit in. But if we're talking about a first date or even an early date, let's talk within the first 5 dates, you need to dress kind of the regular, like however you would normally approach maybe a job interview. Now you might say, well, it depends on the job, but you need to approach dating as your most regular self, not just the crazy, creative, fun side of yourself. That's one side, but what usually shows up is the regular self. So, if you totally wear crazy glasses like this all the time and that's just your norm and you have no other pairs of glasses, then you should show up like this. But if this is like your wild, funky pair and you also have like just a normal, regular pair, then you probably should look like that. I don't know. You tell me if I'm off basis here, but I'm thinking that self-expression is great, but we need to see the true self and then like the creative other side or the different side I can see later on. But think about it. If you're going to get one date and somebody's going to make a decision after one date, I want the real you there.
Yes, but a lot of people would be scared to show the real you, especially on a first date. So I see this kind of,
What? No, but you're going to show this side? Like this side is going to chase people away. Look at me. Like this is not.
I know, but
you have to know me and to love me, you know?
What if that's the only attire that you have?
No,
so
that's
maybe you should get yourself a new pair of glasses.
No, I don't agree with that. If this is the only attire that you have, then this is how you should look because this is who you are. Now, I had one pair of glasses, like for the last, don't even ask, 10 years plus, had one pair of glasses. Before that, I also had one pair of glasses. I'm a one pair of glasses kind of gal. And on one of my tours, I ended up in Toronto at this amazing glasses store, Crystal Opticians, by the way. If you're there, you should go see them. They're the most fun ladies in the world. And I now have 4 new pairs of glasses. And this is one of my 4 new pairs. And I absolutely adore it. It's not my everyday pair, but it's my totally, I feel like having fun. I just went with one of my kids and we had a little lunch out and we popped into the arcade for a few minutes and I wore my fun glasses and that was it. And we had a great time. It was totally appropriate. But when I go out to dinner with my husband, I know these glasses are not his preference. So, I have other glasses. I also have contacts, right? I could show up differently. So no, but if this is your only pair of glasses, this is who you are at the core of who you are. Like this is you all the time. The real you has to shine.
So let's say there's other parts of you and you would wear contacts to the first date.
Yeah.
Would you wear those glasses to the 3rd date or the 4th date or the 5th date? Like, do you want to show that side of yourself at some point in the dating process?
Yeah, later.
How later? How later?
How later? Okay, so just for example, if you're going to an arcade, you could totally wear the fun glasses because it blends with the mood. If you want to just show it just to show it, it does need to fit in with what you're doing. And I would say later, like after a 5th date, like let them get used to, I like you like me, we're definitely going out again. And then maybe even plan like a fun or a funky or a playful or some kind of a different date where, again, where it's going to suit the mood of how you're going to come dressed. So it's not out of nowhere and that you don't want to show up not matching your environment, so to speak. I don't know. Listen, I'm a matchmaker. So matching matters to me, right?
Right.
Like matching your environment and fitting in and standing out is also great. But like in the beginning of dating, enough stands out. People have enough things that stand out to them, things that they like, things that they don't like. They've got a whole laundry list. So you just want to come as your most normal you, your most regular you.
Would you warn him? Would you warn him in advance? By the way, I'm going to show another side of my personality tonight.
I might be like, I have this fun, funky, creative, playful, colorful side and don't be shocked, and then when I would see his face, like my husband's face, it's like, lovely, dear. One of those. I'm like, it's okay. They're not for you. They're for me. Don't worry. He's like, I just can't take you seriously. I was like, I know. I love that. I don't want to be taken seriously today. Today, I just want to have fun.
Right.
It's a thing.
But you're married for how many years?
21 years.
21 years. You're married for 21 years and your husband's still, you're still having a hard time with it. What if this is a date, like you're dating? Think about it. This person's asking a question about dating. What if it is a date?
Right. If it's a date, then you're going to show yourself. I mean, at some point, all these different sides are going to come through. Do you know what I mean? At some point, these sides are going to become clear. They're going to show themselves. But again, who are you on the regular? Maybe that's the question we should be asking, right? Who are you on the regular? How do you normally show up? Right? Like
sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, you don't like the word normally?
I don't like the dating game. I don't like the dating game. Like, just be yourself. I would say.
You want me to show up to a first? You want me to show up to a first date like this, Rabbi?
If that's the kind of person you are.
You've known me. Wait a minute. We've now known each other for 1 year. We met just over a year ago. You've known me for 1 year. You've seen a lot of different sides of my personality. We've been working together for a while. You would tell me and give me advice, knowing who I am, to show up like this?
It depends on not you. No, I wouldn't say that to you. But if you were somebody who you wore that and you took yourself seriously with those glasses on, then I would say yes.
Do take myself seriously. It's my fun, serious self. I had the best time buying these glasses, the best time picking out these glasses. It was just, it was so much fun. And by the way, I don't have them right here. They're all upstairs, but I have 4 different pairs and each one has its own little style. Like some have little gold flecks on them and some are just a little bit more serious, but red. And the other ones are blue, but a little like,
I'm listening to you and I'm hearing all the different sides of this. And I think it's really good for people not to take themselves so seriously when they're dating. And if it's glasses that's going to make you not so serious, maybe that's good, because what ends up happening is the opposite is you're very nervous. Everything is very tense. And you're stiff.
I hear
stiff
that.
as a cucumber.
I think it's called stiff as a board, but maybe in Montreal, their phrase
I
is
don't know.
stiff
I
as
just
a
made that up.
No, you know what? I agree with not taking everything so seriously. And there's a balance, right? We have to be intentional. We have to be real. We have to be focused. We do have to be serious. Again, it's not about serious or not serious. I just want your most regular self to be brought to the table. Okay. So because these are not the regular for me, that these are like a fun side or a different thing that I don't regularly wear, I wouldn't say to do that. Right? I would come in your more regular stuff, like I don't mean regular by plain. I mean regular like you've worn this in the last month. You've worn this in the last 3 months or 6 months or a year. Like this is normal to you. And you would go to a job interview like this, perhaps. You would go out to dinner at a nice restaurant with your friends or your family, right? Like, or if you went to meet somebody, like you would look like this, whatever this is. I'm going to tell you what bothers me. Photos. When people take photos of themselves and they put them on their profile. First of all, no sunglasses. I need to see your eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Number 2, I want you to look like you will look on a first date. So one woman's photos I saw recently, like first the hair is up and then the sunglasses are on and then the shot is so far away you can't even see her. Like there's all these things. I'm like, and she thought that she had pretty decent photos. And I was like, nah. And she's like, what? And I explained why. And I said, but would you look like that on a first date? And she was sitting in front of me. She looked lovely. Her hair was down. She did have glasses on. She was dressed very appropriately. I was like, just a look like this. Why don't we have any normal, regular photos of how you would show up to a first date? That's what I want to be on a photo. So if I want that on a photo, then I for sure want you showing up in person the way that somebody would normally see you.
Yeah.
The way that you would normally present yourself.
And I would say with the sunglasses, no sunglasses on a date.
No, it's so difficult to see. Even if you're outside, even it's like I was talking to somebody recently and they were mirrored sunglasses. And at one point I was like, I'm really distracted. I feel like I'm talking to nobody. I don't feel connected at all. And I need to see you. I want to look at you. Please, can you, lift up the glasses and
the eyes are the window to the soul.
Yes. But people with very light eyes have difficulty with the sun. So I get that. I'm like, great, let's go stand in the shade. I need to see your eyes. So we did.
See, there's a solution. I like that. There's a solution. So make sure if you're a person who wears sunglasses, make sure that when you're on a date, you're not in the sun.
Yeah. Or they have to also be like the see-through sunglasses, like the very light ones. I can still see your eyes. They're just lightly tinted. No mirrors, no blackout. No, I can't tell where your eye is looking,
Yeah. I still think if you want to wear those glasses on a date, you can wear those glasses on a date.
But not with my husband, just with my girlfriends or my kids, because my husband doesn't it's a thing. He's also not used to them. They're new, right? So in a year or two, he'll be used to them and he'll forget about them. It's fine. I know how these things go. I'm not worried at all. Our marriage is stable. Don't worry. I like them. You got to watch the video. If anybody's listening to this as a podcast, go to YouTube, go to Aleeza Ben Shalom and find this video. You'll love it. I think we did it. I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.